One of the things we're witnessing in the UK right now is this move away from the political center for a lot of people. I think for the longest time I can remember, a political party that wanted to win power in this country had to occupy the center. You had to be a party for a broad swath of the population, a broad church, if you will, which means having a sort of a centrist belief system, essentially. So yes, the Tories are different to the Labour, but effectively they were a broad church whenever they were in power. And I think that's something that's changed now. I don't think any of the politically centrist parties, Tory, Labour, and I include Reform in this, increasingly so, I don't think they have a chance of winning elections in the future because I think the populace is splitting along these tribal lines now. On the left, you've got people who are pro-immigration, pro-multiculturalism, pro-globalist, almost anti-Western values, anti-nationalist, and their primary concerns are Palestine right now, the British government arming and helping Israel with that, taxing billionaires, having a wealth tax, the inequality, and environmentalism. They're pro-net zero, for example. Whereas on the right, the primary concern is immigration, the changes to the demography of the country, the culture, the crime. Now, crime is something both agree on, they just disagree on the causes. Whereas on the right, it's immigration is blamed for that, the pressure on public services as a result of immigrants. And the right are also, I think, increasingly aware of and increasingly wary of an ascendant China. They tend to be the more xenophobic types. At the same time, they're pro-Western values. They're pro-nationalist. They're also anti-global empire. They don't want their country's sovereignty to be interfered from externally, which is why the right voted for Brexit back in the day. They wanted sovereignty. So these are very clearly demarcated value systems, and I think it's why people ridicule, and me as well, I mean, Corbyn and Sultana's new party, but actually it's got legs, because there are the large number of people on the left who want a vehicle like that through which to express their politics. In the same way that there's a large number of people on the right who wish to express their politics. They've got Reform, Advance UK are coming up. I think they're superior to Reform, frankly. I think they're much more true to the ideology of what people want, the people on the right want. And I don't think Reform have the substance that they claim to have. And we see that with the flip-flopping, and we see that with the backtracking now. It's really just a cult of personality. So I don't consider Reform to be a serious party. Even though they have power right now, I don't think they're going to last over the next 5 to 10 years without some sort of rooted ideological structure. Advance UK, I think, are taking a much better approach towards this. Remains to be seen whether Corbyn and Sultana's party also take a good approach to fleshing out their ideology in the way that Ben and Biba has with Advance. But in any case, in the future, if you want to win power in this country, being a centrist political party doesn't make sense. Now, the Overton window is shifting. I think it's shifting to the right mostly. So once it's shifted that way and you're a centrist party in that situation, well, then you're effectively right-wing compared to now. So it's not to say that you can't have a party that is centrist in the future winning power. What I'm saying is that the Overton window will have shifted such that relative to where we are now, it'll just be a completely different ballgame and a completely different set of values and policy ideologies that parties will have to promote in order to win power in this country.